And faith, of course, is a cornerstone of the Black and brown community, but is everyone welcome in church pews? More religious leaders are becoming LGBTQ plus advocates, preaching equality and inclusion. For some, that's a stark contrast from traditional teachings when it comes to gender roles, marriage, and homosexuality. The Black church has played a huge part in social and cultural movements, but what about the fight for LGBTQ plus rights? Here to discuss this is Minister and Social Justice Advocate Reverend Luther Young Jr. Glad to have you here, and we'd like your take on what are the historic hurdles preventing the LGBTQ plus community from having a bigger place in the church.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Reverend. And as you mentioned, this is a long-standing battle, right? The Black church has been instrumental in advancing social justice and civil rights. However, we have not seen as big of an uptake when it comes to LGBTQ plus inclusion. And a lot of that has to do with the relationship of gender and sexuality throughout the history of Black people. We have endured a long history of sexual violence, especially at the hands of white people. And so, for instance, white slave owners inflicting sexual violence upon Black people of all genders. And that violence inflicted upon our communities has translated in a number of ways throughout history, and such as this adoption of hyper proper sexual ethics, right, is what some scholars will call it. So adopting these very conservative sexual views in an attempt to, one, reclaim our sexual agency, and two, to be accepted by the dominant society as respectable individuals who have stable families, who have these strong male-headed households, for Black men who previously did not have the opportunity to lead in such a capacity.
But what about the stigma? Of course, we know when it comes to Black and brown people being LGBTQ, when it comes to faith, and in greater society, there is a stigma associated with that. And there just doesn't seem to be a way to advance that. They've been trying for years now, honestly. Do you think that that we're close to a point where this is a non-issue, or is there still a long way to go in getting rid of this stigma?
Unfortunately, I don't think we're close as much as I would like for us to be able to say so, but we have been making progress. And so one of the things that I do in my research as a sociologist is that I study these trends over time. And so one of the things that we see is that, yes, Black people and Black religious people are slowly but surely becoming a bit more accepting of LGBTQ plus people. But what we do see is that Black people, and especially Black church-going people, are more likely to be advocates for civil rights, right? So they'll say, well, I don't agree with that lifestyle, quote unquote, but I do think that people should be treated fairly, because as a Black person, I know what it's like to be treated unfairly and to be denied civil rights. So they may be more likely to support gay marriage, for instance, but not actually supporting, or perhaps civil unions and not marriage. But they're less likely to say, well, I think it's completely okay. So you're right, that stigma does persist. But another thing that I am seeing in my research is that we don't have consensus on what these things mean in the Black church. For instance, a study that I have coming out for publication pretty soon shows that Black churches are not monolithic in how they talk about these things. And so whereas one congregation or one denomination may hold particular views or have particular rhetoric around what God allows, or what is considered a loving engagement of LGBTQ plus people, there's not agreement, right, on what it even means to be homophobic, right? Some churches will say, me telling you that you're going to hell for being a member of the LGBTQ plus community, that's not homophobic, that's loving, right? Like, I'm telling you out of love that this is the case. Whereas we see other congregations or denominations that will say, perhaps that's not the best approach. Perhaps we need to be a bit more graceful in our engagement. And so I think that that presents a tremendous challenge for us to move forward, but also a great opportunity, because when we know how a congregation engages these topics or how they don't engage these topics, then we can devise particular
But a lot
strategies
of
for advancing inclusion that are tailored to
I
those
just want
particular
to interject
congregations
for a
and
moment
denominations. So, in
because
a sense, there's not going to be a one
I'm
size
just
fits
thinking that
all
the
solution.
concern there I'm just thinking that the
Yeah.
concern there is that some people, you're being so diplomatic, but if a person goes to a church, they're not necessarily going to know which side. I mean, sometimes it's not that forward, and so if a person is looking for a place for support, they don't know if those people really deep down think this person is going to a dark place, in the afterlife, as opposed to, well, we don't think you should do this because we don't want this to happen. So that seems to be the dilemma: is people feeling this sense of they're scared about being open about it, or they're scared about talking about it because they don't know what the position is of those people in the church, or even if they're being sincere, maybe. And that's sort of the problem that I think people are having when it comes to the stigma and so forth. So I want to ask you about, how would you even know if you go, and how do you bring up that conversation? And do you see a difference between churches in the North and the South?
Mhm. That is a very good question. I feel like many of us who identify as a member of the LGBTQ plus community, we err on the side of caution. We assume, or we tend to assume, that churches aren't going to be accepting of us, and unless they say otherwise. And so that's why, in my role, one of my roles as the moderator of our denomination's LGBTQ plus ministry, is that we train churches to get to a place to where they can declare, and declare very publicly, that they are open and affirming of LGBTQ plus individuals. And that's very, very important for the reasons that you named, right? So it signals to people who are looking for a faith community that this is a safe, or at least a safer place for them to be, and exist. But the challenge of doing this work, in particularly um, predominantly Black and Brown spaces, is tremendous. As I mentioned, given that history, that I mentioned earlier, and a myriad of other social factors, right? Some people believe that being a member of the LGBTQ plus community doesn't align with being a Black person, for instance. And so there are a lot of those cultural tensions that we'll have to deal with, in addition to the religious tensions, right? What does the Bible say about this? What does Scripture teach? And what's socially acceptable in addition to those things?
Yeah, a complex conversation, but thank you so much for joining us, Luther. We appreciate you being with us here on BNC. And BNC celebrates Pride tonight at 7 p.m. Aisha Mills hosts an hour-long special on the exploration of the power and success of the Black LGBTQ plus community and how far we've come with in-depth conversations and discussions, representations of love, advocacy, and trans rights. BNC Pride, a primetime special, that's tonight starting at 7 p.m. Eastern, only on BNC. And coming up next, where's the bill? That's what people are asking about proposed voter rights legislation. Has it dropped completely off the White House priority list? We'll check in with our D.C. bureau after the break. Stay with us.